Well, first of all, the first part of the legacy I'm shooting for is that I'm still doing this at 90. Yeah, because I love it. This is my passion, and I wake up every morning, love working with entrepreneurs and helping them acquire and build companies. So I certainly want that as part of my legacy. But I think that the ultimate part of my legacy that I really want to establish is you make more money by creating wins for people than you do by negotiating for your own interests. Right. And that to me is a basic principle that once people understand it, they're able to make fortunes for themselves and fortunes for others. Somebody once asked John Paul Getty, one of the early billionaires, when a billion was really a lot of money. At one time, some news reporter asked John Paul Getty how it was that he was able to create such a huge fortune. And John Paul Getty's answer was by making other people wealthy, right? In other words, how did he get all those oil wells in Saudi Arabia? Okay. He went to the king of Saudi Arabia and says, I can make you rich. Okay. I can pull that oil out of the ground, and here's what that will mean to you. All right. So he did it by helping the Saudi king become extraordinarily wealthy. Okay. And he took that approach in everything that he did in business. If you take other billionaires like John D. Rockefeller, for example, well, yes, he had some financial and structural strategies that made him a lot of money. But you know what really made him a lot of money is he brought the cost of oil for the consumer down to a level where the consumer could afford to buy it. That's what made him so successful. Yes, he was a pirate in the industry. He bought up competitors for ridiculously low prices because he strangled them with his other trade practices. But having done that, he was able to bring the cost of producing and delivering oil down to a level where the customer could buy it from him better than they could from anybody else. And as a result of that, that's what created his fortune. Now, if you look at every really, really wealthy person that you'll ever look at or come across, you'll find they added value in some way that enabled them to create that wealth. Another fabulously wealthy person was Howard Hughes. Well, Howard Hughes inherited a company from his dad, and that company was the Hughes Tool and Die Company. And their product was the diamond drill bits that they have patents on that you've seen them. If you look at the bit, there are those three revolving wheels that interact with each other and they bore down into the earth. Well, those were the patents that his dad had. Well, that drill created so much value for the oil industry that there wasn't an oil drilling, a platform anywhere that didn't use that drill. That was the basis of Howard Hughes' fortune. Now, he went out and made mistakes. He bought TWA Airlines. He bought companies that failed after he bought them. It didn't matter. Didn't matter because Hughes Tool and Die just kept pumping out money, pumping out money, pumping out money because it delivered such high levels of value. And in some of the other things that Howard Hughes did and bought, he did add value. And then he went on to make fortunes in those companies as well. But every single wealth creation story that you can name, it was because that entrepreneur somewhere created fabulous value for a customer. And having created that value, they created great wealth. And it's true of Bill Gates, who created an operating system for you and your PC that worked well enough that you could use it. It's true for all of the tech stars. You may not like them as people. You may think they don't have good characters. You may think a lot of things about them, but their basis of their success is they gave you a fabulous product that you wanted to buy because it gave you value. And that's the secret of creating wealth in business.